This one phone call is what absolutely transformed the mentality that could have cost billions of dollars. And folks, this is the lesson we can take away. Everyone has good ideas once in a while, and we often think that, wow, this idea could transform the world that we live in the way we know it. This is the idea that we're going to start a business with, and we're going to make millions and billions of dollars. Unfortunately, we frequently heed the advice around us that says, no, don't do that idea. That's a bad idea for one reason or another. And we generally think it's the naysayers that are what holds us back. But today, we're going to give a business example, a lesson that if you heed appropriately now in this video, and you remember this and internalize this, you could prevent yourself from making mistakes that could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just like they did me. Look, ever since my earliest videos, I always encourage people to start. I think I say that so much that pretty much when people watch my videos and then later you go in to get in your car, you may as well see my face pop up on your dashboard when you turn that little key ignition to get the car started, whether it's a diesel turn key or a push button, or you just get in the car and put your foot on the brake like the Tesla and the car turns on. So by far, I'm probably one of the biggest proponents of go, start, launch. Stop waiting now. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait, which is the core of my real estate course, which obviously there's a whole lot more to my real estate course, obviously link in the description. People are calling it like a real estate university because the curriculum is so long. You could look at the curriculum for free, link below. But if there's one thing I learned over my career, it's that in life, there are so many times we are told, don't do something. And every motivational speaker tells us, those are the evil people. Those are the people I warned you about. Those are the ones that said, don't start, don't do it. You shouldn't listen to them because they're not doing anything. And there's an interesting twist to this that I'm about to tell you. So let's set this up correctly. If you come up with an idea, it's usually very exciting. And if you're anything like me, you want to start thinking, okay, first of all, I don't want to tell anybody about this idea because they might steal it from me. And then I'm going to do whatever I can to think about this idea, build this idea, and I'm going to put money into it, whatever it takes, because I think this is a great idea. Unfortunately, in doing that, we as entrepreneurs frequently forget, wait a minute, the most important thing, that one phone call. Because that one phone call to somebody very specific, and this is very important, this is probably the crucial part of the message I'm trying to send, the crucial piece that keeps it all together, is that you must make that phone call. You must talk to that one person who has been in your shoes before. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, this is a new idea. How could anybody have ever possibly been in my shoes before? There's no way. This is a custom idea. Wrong. Somebody has been close to your idea before. Somebody has more experience in whatever field your idea is related to than you do. And I'm going to show you a billionaire example of this happening. But first, know that when I first decided to join construction with real estate at the beginning of 2017, and then dove in, got my contractor license, created an S corporation, got trademarks, created a website, literally got branding going, tens of thousands of dollars in advertising, everything going, without realizing that I had made a fatal flaw, is what I'm trying to convey to you. Don't let that one fatal flaw hit you. And that flaw for me was, I didn't call enough people. I didn't run my idea by enough people, and the people that had the experience that told me, wait, Kevin, combining construction and real estate, have you considered this? Those were the people that I thought, those are just the naysayers. Those are the people that all the motivational booksellers tell me about. No. They're just trying to keep you down. They want to keep you small. You got a 10x, baby. That was the mistake, not calling the right people and then listening to the advice. Therein was the mistake. Thinking that those who were telling me no for a different reason, even though they had the experience. But had I really internalized starting this process by calling the right people, I would have realized exactly what they would have so easily and happily volunteered to me, which was, Kevin, construction is a service provider business. Real estate, which also seems like a service provider business, is actually an advisor style business. This is very different because you think to yourself, wait a minute, real estate sales is a service. No, it's not. Anybody can put a property on the market. What real estate sales is being an advisor, an advocate for a client. Why is there no one real estate team that dominates the entire country? Because people don't care about the brand. People care about that individual person, that individual advisor that has their back, that person they could call up and run anything by and know, you know what, they should be the one person to give me an impartial opinion and help me decide, is this what's right for me? Or at least arm me with enough knowledge so that I can conclude that answer. Well, unfortunately for me, because I'm that push button start kind of guy, I actually didn't get that specific advice until 18 months into and $250,000 into my business conjoining construction and real estate. And as a result, I realized, oh my gosh, they're 100% right. Here's somebody that knows construction, here's somebody that knows real estate. And this one sentence that says, Kevin, these are different. You can't combine them. I didn't heed because I was too excited to start. And folks, here's the $1 billion example of this. Printed it out. Late last week, the Securities and Exchange Commission offered a deal to Elon Musk, which he denied solely out of the principle of integrity. Elon Musk said, I did nothing wrong. His response to the SEC was, take your deal and shove it. Because guess what? Your deal says, I cannot tell anybody that I did nothing wrong. It's called neither admit nor deny. That is a very common phrase as part of a settlement agreement. Because of that one line, Elon Musk said, you know what? I quit. I can this deal. No. Forget you, SEC. And after that deal fell apart, the Securities and Exchange Commission sued Elon Musk. The premise was strong. Elon felt he was right. Elon was empowered. He felt, you know what? I'm not going to agree to this because I did nothing wrong by sending a tweet based on information that I believe was true. Which if you watched my last live stream on Elon Musk, you'll see exactly what I talk about with him being the entrepreneurial style mentality of this is my start. I'm going this way because this is what I feel is right. But only after high-profile U.S. Attorney Chris Clark was tapped to help bring some reality to Elon Musk, not by saying, I'm an attorney and you must. I can guarantee you Elon had enough of attorneys. But rather, having somebody who's been in Musk's shoes call Elon Musk. This one phone call is what absolutely transformed the mentality that could have cost billions of dollars. And folks, this is the lesson we can take away. Elon Musk agreed to speak with Mark Cuban, whom you probably all know from the Shark Tank as a billionaire who clearly has some business success. He's also the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, by the way. Anyway, in that phone call, he told Elon, I have been through a legal battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Not only did it rob me of 5 years of my life, like a 5-year prison sentence, and I'm paraphrasing a bit here, but go with this. A 5-year prison sentence of battling with the SEC. They don't play fairly. His words were that the SEC used questionable practices. And another quote was that Mark actually went as far as accusing the SEC of prosecutorial misconduct. Folks, I can barely even say that word. But I'll tell you, those two quotes right there are 5 years of bitterness. And Mark so eloquently summarized 5 years of bitterness with one question to Elon. Elon, could you name 5 people who have settled with the SEC? Because remember, Elon's concern as the entrepreneur was, I'm not somebody who settles when I believe I did nothing wrong. And Mark Cuban was the one to make Elon realize, who cares? Put this behind you. Don't play with the scums at their game. Elon, you're not an attorney. Do you want to be in court for 5 years? The very next day, Elon's attorneys emailed the SEC, renegotiated the deal, and Elon ended up forking over 20 mil. Tesla forked over 20 mil, and this whole thing's history now. So folks, don't be the stubborn person that Elon was. Don't be the stubborn person that I was. This is a $1 billion lesson. Make that one phone call and save yourself a sentence, a prison sentence of misery for however long it takes you. For Mr. Cuban, it was 5 years. For me, it was 2 years. For Elon and Tesla, it could have been more than that. This is what the SEC lives on. Attorneys, court, legality lives on a drawn-out process. Entrepreneurs don't. I'm sorry if any of you are attorneys, but quite frankly, if you're attorneys, you're probably also somewhat entrepreneurial, and you probably appreciate that in some cases, you do want to just start and launch, but not without making that phone call first. Thanks for watching.